Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for mid-April 2022. We're going to jump right in here, Aries, and we are going to see what is going on for you at this time. So let's see. I mean, as always, Aries, you have the Ace of Wands, right? I feel like look at this. In the sun, are you kidding me? It's like there's clearly something in the star. Are you kidding me? I mean, how many more times am I going to say that in this reading? I have no clue. Should be a drinking game, right, Aries? But this looks very powerful to me. Even with that tower, wouldn't worry about it. The rest of the reading is amazing. Not only that, everybody has basically had the tower. Again, for like the past 3 weeks, I've been getting the tower basically in every single reading. So as I've said before, I feel like there is a global collective tower moment that could be happening. I do also feel for some of you, I do feel this is personal, that tower card, where maybe you're having to release something that's difficult for you to release, like a person or a situation where you live, for example. I feel like there's an emotional attachment to something, or maybe just like the fears of the unknown is what's popping into my head here with the tower. The point of the tower is that it grounds us, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But you start off with this card here, the Descendant card. This card says invitation on it. I literally feel that's not what this is meant to mean, but I literally feel you are being invited to something, literally. But again, it's not literally meant to represent an invitation in this deck necessarily, but I kind of feel that for you with that Ace of Wands. I mean, look at this. Ace of Wands, Star, Ace of Pentacles. Are you kidding? There you go. Again, drink, Aries. But, I feel like there's a lot of abundance and just good things coming in for you. A lot of people getting the Sun and the Star combination as well, which is shocking me, literally, but it makes perfect sense. As I've said before, we have all this energy moving into Aquarius. Aquarius is asking us to all be our own little star, to shine our light bright and all that other good stuff. So in this row, you have the Ace of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. I really feel like saying things will never be the same again. If you accept this right here, Aries, the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is something new. There's something crumbling in the background here. This castle is meant to look like it's crumbling. And the Ace of Wands itself is meant to represent like a new opportunity, a new beginning, starting something new, all those other good things. I feel that this right here, the Seven of Cups, could be part of the challenge. The Seven of Cups, there are some good things and some bad things in these cups. It's a card that represents like fantasy, illusion. He's spoiled for choice as well. He has a lot of opportunities. There are a lot of things that he could do, but I feel like he needs to kind of like get started like right now, right? So I feel in a lot of ways that you need to get started as far as an idea is concerned, or maybe you just need to pick a path. Sometimes I feel with the Seven of Cups, we have a lot of opportunities where we could go in a bunch of different directions. I really feel sometimes we need to like slow down, listen to our heart, but also it kind of looks like to me that some of you who do have a lot of opportunity right now, maybe you need to pick the harder path. You have the Eight of Cups and the Tower. It's like, maybe you have 2 job opportunities. Maybe one is where you live right now. Maybe another one is like at a distance and you would have to move. It's like there could be more fear behind one of the opportunities. And I feel like that the harder opportunity, or maybe the one where there's a little bit more fear, could be the better opportunity. Mostly because you have this right here, the King of Pentacles. I like the King of Pentacles, but sometimes I feel like he kind of represents things being the same for too long. And the Tower literally represents things being the same for too long. The Tower says that things have been the same for too long. The King of Pentacles, he is a card of convention. Convention is just the way things have always been done. And so he needs to try something new. He's almost like in a comfort zone, and I feel for some of you that this reading is definitely encouraging you to leave a comfort zone. You even have this beaver spirit, which says lay a solid foundation on it, but you could be laying a solid foundation somewhere else. And that's exactly what I feel like you're doing here with the beaver spirit. I feel like you are kind of laying a solid foundation somewhere else. I'm also getting the word growth popping into my head. It makes sense with the beaver. Beaver, their teeth constantly grow, right? And so, but I feel like it's referring to the fact that you need to grow. It's like, I feel like there is no more growth in a situation that you're in right now. For some of you, I feel like it could be like a relationship, situationship type of deal. For others, I feel it's like where you live or, your current business or whatever. as I've said to you probably in past readings, because I feel like I'm just repeating myself as always to you, Aries, I'm not saying you have to necessarily leave your business if it's a business, for example, but I do feel there needs to be some growth. So maybe you need to try new things in your business. If it's a business, try to make it grow. Same thing in career. Maybe it's time to ask for a raise or ask for a promotion, or maybe it's time to go to some training, right? It's like we shouldn't stop learning. People who are very successful, top 1% in career, they are always learning. They're always educating themselves and getting better. I always tell people as well, it's like, this is why I'm against the whole career thing. I know everybody thinks they want a career, but it's like, unless you're at the top 1%, of everybody in the field, is like, is it really worth it to sit in traffic for hours every single day waiting to go to, basically prison, right? I would say no, but, maybe that's just me. So I feel like some of you, it's like maybe you're making those decisions. Maybe you're saying, you know what, I'm going to quit my career and, go start a farm in the middle of the woods and just live off the land, right? Maybe you're thinking, I'm going to go start my hamster farm or do something else, right, with my life. And I feel that here. It's like you could be laying a solid foundation somewhere else. I'm not saying you have to do that. Like I said, I feel like you're just, those are some ideas. And again, for some of you, you're probably going to stay where you are, but you're just expanding what you're doing. And again, sorry for repeating myself because I know I always say the same thing, but it's like, you can't make this up. Right here. This is what you cannot make up right here. The Three of Wands, right? Three of Wands, card of expansion. It's a card that says there is so much more for you outside of where you are standing. There are these boats in the water. And he might want to go to those boats. He might want to go on an adventure or go travel, go see the world. It's a card of your ships coming in, so usually it represents something being delivered to you, but it's not always true. It can represent expanding into the world, going out and finding new things to do, new opportunities. It's also my card of like, what are you waiting for, right? It's like, how much more excitement and hope and faith and inspiration do you need here to get moving towards a new beginning? I'm not sure. I mean, really, this is like, I feel like this is uncontained excitement. This is like joy, but it's like extreme joy with the Sun card. And it's also being uninhibited as well. This baby or child is like naked on the horse, and it's meant to represent the fact that it's like, it kind of represents total freedom, represents being uninhibited, having no worries or concerns in the world, and things being really good. It's like, will we ever really truly have that in life? Probably not. We're not children, but there are always things we're going to be worrying about. But this is much better than, what you have been experiencing up until this point. So I do get extreme excitement kind of off of that Sun card, based off of something that you probably have been thinking about doing or some sort of expansion that could be happening for you with that Three of Wands. You also have the Star card. Number one, I feel like you need to follow your inner voice. To me, it is critical. To me, it is a requirement that you find some sort of North Star with the Star card. To me, the Tower, to me, the Star doesn't really tell you what to do. To me, the Tarot can't tell you what to do. It can't say you have to do this. But if I were you, I would be doing something to get my vision a little bit clearer. It's like, if you are wanting to expand, I would say like, how? What are you going to do? What are you going to try? And then I would start trying those things, right? I would get your vision very clear with the Star because it kind of represents having that guiding light. I always look at the Ace of Wands as like your rod and your staff. One of my favorite people of all time, Les Brown, he says that your reason why your North Star, the Star card, it will be your rod and your staff to comfort you during those times where things aren't working out, right? It's like the thing that you can lean on, your reason why. And, I feel like having that would be a good idea with the Star card. A lot of excitement. The next few years are awesome for you, Aries, plain and simple. You have Jupiter will be entering into your first house this year, then your second house the year after that, 2023 or whatever that year is, 2024. Something like that, because it'll be in your first house for most of 2023. It's going to retrograde out, of course, and then it's going to, move forward into the next, Taurus. Then it's going to retrograde back into your sign at the end of the year, and then it's going to move into your second house in 2024, whatever that is. And I don't even know what year it is, so there you go. But when that happens, that's going to be really, really good. So you have like a lot of good years to look forward to. I would be capitalizing on the excitement. Again, I'm a Pisces. I have Jupiter in my first house this year, and this year I've been really focused on planting seeds. A lot of astrologers say Jupiter in the first house is amazing. It totally is. But to me, it's even better in the second house because that's where the harvest is. It's like everything you worked on while Jupiter was in your first house, you harvest it when it's in your second. And so again, in May, Jupiter will be entering into Aries this year. So, and it will be there until it retrogrades out in October. But what I would say here is during that time, I would be doing as much as you can to plant seeds towards your star, the thing, your reason why, or towards something that you want to make happen. Next, you have this ant. It says work, achievement, success. You have this dagger. It says fears, worries, tense situation. I feel like you're very focused on work. It's kind of weird. I feel like this is duality right here. I do feel intuitively that you kind of feel both ways in your life, Aries. Like, I feel like you feel very excited, motivated, sun and stars, fame and fortune, by the way. So amazing. It's like I feel like there are those moments that feel that way. But then there's the Tower and the Eight of Cups. It's like there could also be a background situation, which I've talked about for quite a long time with you, Aries, just in general in your readings. It's like there's a situation that I feel like creates tension. There's a situation where it's like, do I walk away from this? Do I not? Am I emotionally invested in this or not with the Eight of Cups? So I feel like some of you are kind of like having to walk away from a situation. If you're not walking away from a situation, the Eight of Cups and the Tower here would just say to me, you're not sure what change to make. So again, for example, let's say you had a YouTube channel like I do. This reading is saying if you had a YouTube channel, this reading would want you to expand the YouTube channel. If you have a business or relationship, it wants you to expand those things. But the Eight of Cups in the Tower is kind of like not being sure what things to expand, not being sure what risks to take, or not being sure what to do, basically. It is interesting also, by the way, just a random side note, we have an eclipse on the 30th of April, and there's an eclipse on that Eight of Cups. It's the only card in the tarot that has an eclipse, so there could be some answers, I feel, coming around that time. You have the Tower. I don't really feel this is a warning, but I do feel the universe is kind of like saying like a situation needs to come to an end with the Tower. To me, as always, the Tower is not a bad card. To me, it has to happen. These people have been ignoring reality. That's why the Tower is happening in the first place, because they've been doing the same thing for too long. The universe wants to, break them out of their routine, wants them to see there are other ways to live life, and, all that other stuff. So to me, it's necessary. And you have the Ace of Pentacles. This is a very good path right here. And well, actually, I'll show you in a minute, but I do feel like there is like a new opportunity coming in for you. Here you go, right here. It's like this path is much better than this one right here. So I would let go. Again, I was saying with the King of Pentacles that it could represent the way things have always been done. This to me is brand spanking new energy. And I would say I would move towards the new opportunities in your life. But we're going to dig in deeper. So this is part 1. Part 2 is linked up in the description down below.